on this pistol round. He bought the light armor. He got a ghost chucked over to him.
So we have B wall over towards B. So you got to play left side. Normally means that you have to play left side. You got 2 people here. So a good amount of pressure, and this is the fun stuff, man. Cypher, Viper, just being able to Cypher cage or just use the wall over towards A. With the Viper, just means that you can just do so much stuff. Like you can do so much stuff with the Viper, and it's pretty fun for just players and teams to come up with new stuff to do with the Viper wall, because it is just an absolute nightmare to play against. Not that this is new by any means, but
into mail to force a player back and maybe pull a rotation off of that A site. While these 3 players start to creep up. Oh boy!
Whoa! How on earth did he get over towards site there? And we do have an empty site. We did a little bit of damage so the comms can come in, but this is a good plant for Heaven. We plant here now because normal spot normally gets oh, honestly, it might be a little bit forward. Might be able to defuse in this corner. But yeah, people plant here because normally get planted over towards Heaven. That is in like spam, sorry. The breach luck. Tanked a lot. Yeah, he tanked a lot from the decay here. And here comes the luck in breach. Time is pretty low as well. Yeah, and looking like a great pistol for G2. Tanky little guy, man. Okay, very nicely done.
Deal with that post plant. There we go. That's the G2 pistol round that we saw just last week. 4 out of 4 on those. Lost 2 players at the end, makes it a little bit less pretty, but pretty good all around.
Yeah, I love the protocols on that one. Jonah and Icy initially setting up towards mid, and then some great layers to that one. The second the util's coming in, they're refighting towards elbow, isolate this first kill.
Yeah, the Viper util was nice there though.
Really closest one out.
I will say they found a bit of a gap over here on this A site. Notice the 100 Thieves is not running a Sentinel in their comp. They usually put their info over on that A side of the map. So
and G2 in terms of their buy, double rifle, triple spectre.
In mid on this round on the eco. Very similar stuff to what we saw from 100 Thieves playing this map back during kickoff.
That's a cute little trap play there.
And it's so funny watching teams now. The usage of the second trip from Cypher has gone through the roof this year. Teams are so much better, man. It's mad to think that we went like years with rarely seeing like trips being saved, even if we were doing a fast strat. It's so nice for just info or just kills of just holding a site.
No. I've really liked Leaf on the Sentinel role thus far. Feels like it was really made for him. He just has such incredible mechanics when he's anchoring alone. And when you put him on those lurks, he's a player who has such a good idea of the timings of this game that he's really taking the perfect opportunity.
That was nice.
Also, I imagine
down up towards Heaven as the smoke was about to fade.
Very vocal player when he's given the chance.
Yeah, and he was always, even when he was the star duelist on C9, he would always flex over, play the odd Sky here, the odd Viper on Bind. Never really too much of the Sentinel, as a matter of fact, but it certainly suits his playstyle. Can rely on him a ton.
Yeah, Jonah B managed to get an extra one in there as well. Not too bad. 4 away from his ult.
Towards that breach ultimate.
So now this is really where I want to see if G2, their read is just to continue abusing this A site. Again, what I was sort of hinting at is that because 100 Thieves don't have a Sentinel, their setup is almost always to put both their Fade and their Gecko over on A side. And they can do things like use the Prowlers to scout out down ramp whenever that wall goes up.
Okay, big buy round against the bonus. Money's looking great for G2.
Deal with it. And then you'll see a lot more pairing up of both Trent and Icy to play util combos in mid or in mail. It's always Cryo on his own over towards that B site. I meant Asuna and Bang.
Nade for Asuna.
This wall against Astra, by the way, is so strong. Because normally against an Omen you can play like left side of B and TP out, but when it's an Astra, it's so committed.
Shaky, but he finds his mark in the nade as well, helping out in that one. So positive trade for 100 Thieves.
Lot of pressure on Cryo. Players coming
oh man, he committed to a spray here? That's insane. I really thought he was going to wait for the reset. Still did pretty good.
Lovely to see those kind of rounds out of Cryo cells. This guy was struggling a little bit the last time we saw him play Astra in 100 Thieves' debut series for stage 1.
Talk about people that are left on their own. Cryo is isolated all the time on this B site, and he loves playing up close like we just saw. Trent has managed to recover the spike, though. Planting slightly off the normal line just to try and get something done. Actually dodging all the utility. He wants to go for a kill. Peeks on out of the smoke, gets his.
Really good
but
damage.
3v1, it's just not going to happen.
So full bonus goes in. And they do a good amount of damage. We've got 3 gun rebuys, 1 armor rebuy. Taking that as a bit of a win for them.
Very characteristic, yeah. Again, Cryo likes to get in front of the Viper setup over on this side, and they can sort of play with that information that he has to set up more aggressive re-clears on other areas of the map.
Yeah, this kind of like new wave of Viper on the map with this lurk wall over towards B that you're always seeing teams throw. It forces you to be a lot more proactive in your B play.
Okay, now we get the big buy rounds.
So how do
1,
G2
2 that can buy
into
next. And 2 people that can't buy, so it's like a 3 and a 2.
Very effective, taking the fight into mid, also clearly
And that's a savage way to go down.
Just swinging ahead of that. I don't think he even had any use to support. Was just trying to take a fight off the rip.
And this is interesting as well. So this is G2 stealing the... Can't call it the liquid smoke. I gotta call it the sentinel smoke. I know Bacon's gonna be angry about that, but...
Yeah, no util use for the second time here, and
just the aggro smoke that blocks double vision.
Tracked towards heaven. G2 have a completely open A site.
There is a flank coming in. That's the only thing.
This big buy round has looked pretty convincing. Kill over towards here and just insta hit over towards A site. And it looks like they got a save, and the money's out of control.
Honestly, 100 Thieves might be well served to go for a save.
Dude might be in a good position. Man, I'm excited for Icebox if we get there.
Maybe an exit kill or two. This round is not looking winnable. And that's just what happens when you have 2 players walk out, take a forward line, get shut down easily. Round dissipates.
Playing no sentinel on this map can be quite a challenge on your defense.
And basically the way 100 Thieves would usually get around this, let's pretend they have 5 players alive, is they're not just walking out into the open and taking their ones. What their comp really thrives with is this mid-range utility. Everyone's got a piece of utility to be able to fight with. So what they'll do instead is very aggressively down into ramp, through mid, back into B main,
3,000.
these sorts of areas, and they'll try to
An extra 300 in there they got for the plant as well. It's a perfect round for G2 going into their first buy round. 100 Thieves, do they decide to buy into it with the 2 people that died?
When you go for that fast execute and there's not enough players there to flood retake, it honestly makes these rounds really difficult for 100 Thieves to win.
It's exactly the right idea for 100 Thieves to go for.
And we'll maybe see what they want to do here.
100 Thieves is going to be the ones to call a timeout this time.
There's some options.
Maybe looking for some options to deal with that ramp area after getting beaten there a couple of times now. But really, when we saw them in kickoff, they didn't have a ton of different looks. It was almost always going to be the Gecko fade over towards A. They had some aggressive looks with Asuna. They had 1 B main fight, but for the most part, it was trap plays around mid, and then util to scout out and make sure they couldn't get lurked on the A side of the map.
The question around this comp, I think a lot of the times...
First buy round, the first buy round wasn't... Buy wasn't great.
For proactivity, Asuna is the guy who's getting set up for that, and if he's not winning out on
They're
the
strolling onto the A side at the moment as well.
This comp on defense really starts to fall apart.
Yeah, they've got to find ways to lock down both mid and ramp. That's where it's getting beaten up. That's where Asuna lost that fight just in the previous round to Icy, and everything sort of spiraled out of control after that one. G2 not looking to overplay their hand, I think, at the start here. Maybe utilizing the breach stun, the fault line to get up ramp as an option or fight against early aggression. Because you can see Asuna wants to fight into A lobby. When they've got these 3 players ready to go, that's usually some kind of a push play.
Sheriff.
It's with 2
Sheriff's
of their only
out.
rifles.
Do they save enough money so they can buy into the next with 2-4? Okay, so low buy coming in. They decide to go aggro. It's a nice fade eye. What's the instant reaction from G2? Looks like they're going to force middle. Whoa.
Either into B or up through mid, but
they don't really care about forcing middle because they still create the pressure. As soon as this Viper smoke gets put up, it just means that they could have taken the timing into any of these areas. So that's enough for them. Astra back aside has to kill everyone.
Still healthy enough to get something done. Here comes the clearance. Cryo wins the first, but the trade is instant from G2, and now Bang is gonna have that same
didn't get enough, I feel like.
And he falls as well. G2 clean house, only Asuna left, and he's getting overwhelmed from so many different angles. A flash in his face, a pit in front of him.
Keizuatsu, right? With the 2 months. Thank you with the prime. Thank you, thank you. Sorry if I
Tried
read
to
the
go for
name.
silent drop, failed it. Just clears back into mail. Jonah's not giving him a fight. G2 are fully dialed in here.
I mean, I guess. So we used to do a thing in Liquid where it's like first 5, 6 rounds. If you all to keep people alive and make it like a clean round, it's okay. I think this one was a bit of a stretch, but again, it might just be that just might be their thing, where it's like we want to keep this clean at the beginning. We want to make sure that our economy just snowballs heavy and we can buy for all of this. So lose 2 people while saying that though, so it doesn't really pay off if that's what they were going for.
Lovely stuff there at the
I'm not
end,
saying
but
it's a good ult, I'm just
still,
saying that might be
another round where G2
might be something that they
take
follow
initial
in terms of a
pressure,
rule.
then find the other side, contact in, and find the perfect timing for one of these executes.
Great mid-rounding from G2. Had to deal with some problems.
They have
here, right?
money and it's
Cryo, they
4v1.
get
Again,
told
I'm not
by
saying it's a good ult,
Also,
but I'm
G2
saying they
flooded
might
out
stick to
onto
that
the site. They
protocol.
used, sorry, 100 Thieves flooded onto the site
And in
because
terms
they
of
used
good
G2's
money,
own white
they
wall
can
against them
always,
to get them
like,
jumping out of heaven.
good
That's
money
how they have
is
so many
9,000.
bodies
Like,
running
really.
around
Like,
so quickly.
good money is, like, higher. If you can get 3,000 for staying alive and it's not getting capped, that's, like, still worth in my books. To an extent. I don't think this was a great situation to say it was worth.
There with an early smoke to lay claim to that space. And again, G2 tested with this opening of rounds, those slight pivots in the play of 100 Thieves. What is their decision? It looks like it's going to be to re-clear and re-fight.
Like, is a Viper ult worth if you can keep 3 people alive? Yeah.
Left on his own.
Especially early on, not so much later rounds. Depending on money and their money, obviously. Okay, speaking of big rounds, though, this is it.
Take control towards B
This is going to be a ridiculous
Again,
half.
you see that this Viper wall is forcing 100 Thieves to be proactive towards B. They have to have a player looking ahead of this one. And Asana's going to get flashed up. Ult's being committed. They're going fast.
Yeah, let's look at the mini-map. We see a bit of movement. We see an ult popped as they commit players over towards here. Vision block of this with... Oh, hold up. Yeah, just not expecting over towards site. And this Dizzy didn't get shot and just got full value. Do they have any idea Leaf is sight?
His spike on the floor.
Asuna did good though, got the kill and then instant cleared back his sight, realizing that they were going over towards her. And who was this that stayed back his sight? Was this Cryo? He did great as well.
Have this one on lock. Bit of a fumble there from G2.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool idea for
couple,
G2.
Ryan, a couple. Naibi75 with the Prime. Thank you so much for that, man. Welcome into the Slug Club. Appreciate the Prime usage. Thank you for the support, dude.
Like G2 was executing into that B site. But all it takes is one guy in outer space. Rocket Man Cryo setting up stars on the other side of the map. Didn't actually rotate off that A site.
30 seconds left.
So he's able to cause havoc. You got
Not clear
Lucio
backside. I
throwing
think the
dizzies
guy
through
in
that
heaven
smoke
made a
in
play
heaven.
early, so they thought that it was just one.
The magic trick just didn't
It went
work
like
out
in
for
the
G2.
angle first. They were still out in this box here, so they still had to kind of look at heaven.
Molly haunted team, eh?
Okay, 100 Thieves win that one out with a good amount of people surviving. Not enough though in terms of money getting reset fully.
I do like these adjustments from 100 Thieves ever since the timeout. Really
Where
showing
the hell
more
is the
forward
Viper
utility
smoke now?
on this A side. Asuna looking for an actual fight up close on that wall. But after not scouting anything out, they're actually rotating back, maybe for a bit of a B re-clear. Maybe seeking out into mid here. They've got a Prowler, they've got a Seize.
No, he still has it.
So if they really wanted to send it on a bit of a gamble call, they could. EU's actually playing just on the rope there. So if he sees anyone step into
Good
this,
amount of
I think
pressure
that's the
towards
call,
A.
just let that thrash rip.
One person keeps 2 people here. This Viper could potentially smoke middle, create a bit of pressure and lurk up as well while the B hit happens. Good luck to Cryo.
To set up Crashy. Sorry, Cryo.
It's still nice though. Keep an eye, 35 seconds. Still think that Cryo has to... How many smokes he got left? Dude, he has Astro ult, he could.
To get back into the site. They don't have heavy exec ults. They don't have a lot of
Big Jewel. Cryo. Wait, this might be the round. Boostio can save this. Keep an eye on the timing. Omen ult goes site. Big Jewel over towards A site. Holy hell. Damn, what a god. What an absolute god. Had to win double 1v1s and he did it.
The rest of G2.
That was sick.
Too far away. Another overcook there.
Mimi, how many rounds on the previous map did G2 lose on time? Like, it was a handful.
Yeah.
They lost a lot on their attacking side, and especially against
What did I say?
ults.
Did I say
They would wait into
Crashies?
these rounds, and then 15 seconds left. There's still 2-3 ults ready to shut them down.
That was cool.
That's like the duality of how Valen likes to call his attack sides, right? He loves playing.
Oh, ended it?
Really
Oh,
slow,
okay.
throws a lot of fake rounds into the mix. But sometimes it's a little overcomplicated and falls apart.
Yeah. I mean, to their credit, like, you don't expect EU to still be on
I mean, with this kill that they got here, I
opening.
think B side was still open. It's just the fact that Leaf got the kill on A.
Yep.
They thought the rotate was coming in. They're doing a good job on A of not over-rotating once there's a lot of pressure around the map.
That's an important thing with the comp they're running.
Yeah, this is a big hero round.
And still hold their ground against any sort of late lurks or late pivots.
And again, you talk about all
Why are we not
Thieves,
throwing
like
the smoke into some of these?
Right?
What's the plan with the smoke here?
To help out their teammates, losing themselves in those mid rounds. This
Oh
team,
man, it gets so
not so
scary
much.
when teams start doing this.
2 players in mid, maybe considering a fight off
If
that
it's
orb.
Zelsis, I'm kind of fine for him to chill out in this area because somehow no bullets ever hit him. But every other player,
Thieves just wanted to show
get a
all
bit
that
nervous.
pressure, still not giving up the line. You notice if they give up this line into mid, all of a sudden there's a cross that can get over into heaven, and that would put a lot of pressure back on EU there, Cryo.
Second round in a row he's played there and gotten value out of it. Paranoia towards heaven. Bang has escaped. All this util is for pretty much nothing, as he's going
Holy
to
hell.
actually not be able to get anything out of this one, and neither does Asuna. All
Ah, you're a god, man. Well played on site. He got so many. Still a 1v1. Sorry, still a 2v2. And Jonah P.
At least one of
What's
those
his actual
players.
HP?
And Busho's just sprinting. He knows that Jonah can't
Damn, yeah, you can't hear him.
There's
a fatal.
From the leader, Valen, though.
Oi.
Misses one
Oi,
piece, has to
oi,
shoot
oi.
the second. He'll
Nice
teleport
reposition.
towards
Big
me.
1v2.
1v2.
I played it great here so far.
He hears both players drop into backside. Wingman available for the defuse.
Oh, nightmare,
He's
man.
gonna stick this. Valen has to fight.
Yeah, nicely done. Wingman in these situations is an actual beast. Fair play.
Thieves tie the game.
Cryo is just a
Cryo, yeah, we've got back-to-back hero plays. EU on the round before, Cryo on this one.
Walking down that B site completely. I mean, 3 kills from the spot he was in was just completely ridiculous.
One big
I feel like when the I can't
I
remember who is Heaven here. Who is it? Bang! As soon as his Omen Flash comes in and he's running back, I think he can just pop him, like pop his Viper Molly to help himself out here.
Is the easiest flash to turn in the game. If you don't have a perfect stun, if you don't have perfect timing, those off angles can be incredibly punishing.
And you can also play right up close and personal.
Dude's actually got a little turret with him as well.
Timeout does come in for G2.
The commitment's insane.
There were some pretty big adjustments to how they played their attacking half. Back on Bind, it was about looking for that deep dive onto the A site. Now, well, that's really the question. They have not found a good answer against Cryo on this B site. He's always found a couple of kills, no matter what it's really been over there. But do they want to fight into that? Do they want to overload utility into the common places he's going to be playing? Or just avoid it entirely?
Night, Lexi, take it easy.
Raise rocket for Icy
Okay.
this round. Chance to maybe do something a little bit quicker if they want to.
What is the plan in the
See players
timeout?
Posturing towards mid.
Yeah, they don't
Money
wanna do
low,
anything too
loss
fast
by
with that
bonus
rocket,
high.
I don't think. We're just looking to, you know,
This
go
would
into
be a
bit of
reset,
detail
but this
here,
could be a
1-2-2.
drop.
Scout out what it is 100 Thieves and what their difference is going to be, because usually if you see any piece of Fade or Gecko utility not in A main, you instantly know.
Okay,
100
now we're
Thieves are
actually
maybe
throwing
big
the
hit, but 100
smoke
Thieves
though.
really
I
haven't.
think
They're
this
just
makes
back
a
to
lot
the
of
default
sense.
they've been going for
I
every
didn't
single
understand the
round.
2 rounds where they were holding on to the
It is
smoke,
nothing
because
too
this smoke
shocking
at
for
middle
them.
was causing them so much pressure. They were winning rounds when they had the smoke down. Stop doing it, didn't make sense. Again, smoke goes up, double vision block, creates a lot of pressure
Early
at
into the
middle.
round, though, we're already down a breach flash. Paranoia and fault line not used just yet, so if they want to accelerate or try working back into A, that could be their best bet now.
100 Thieves wants
Whoa.
to fight through the smoke. They picked their timing
That
to
was sick.
perfection.
They dropped
And
the
that is a
smoke
big player
randomly,
for G2
and then they
to lose.
jeweled it. That was so
It's
cool.
all about those
Yeah,
reclears,
3
bringing
people in
down the
front of it.
Viper
That was
Orb,
really, really sick.
looking for the fight, leaving the space.
Timing, yeah, but they were in
entirely.
control of the
How do you
timing,
force
so
into a
that's
site?
why it was cool.
It's gotta be Icy with that ultimate.
Instant reaction to walk
Look at
over
Lucio.
towards A.
Off angle. Do they have the discipline to clear him? Icy's not
doesn't
looking.
know.
The rookie
He doesn't
has
know.
spotted him, and Lucio's activated. 1 for 1.
Whoa!
Icy's killed his teammate. That's your IGL, man. What are you doing?
Oh my goodness, I'm allergic to team kills. What's going on? Oh, I'm sneezing.
This one, Icy's just not looking, and Trent's in trouble. A
Damn.
swing from you. What
Holy
a
hell.
blunder.
Wait, what happened
It is
here?
just a
What, do you reckon the
disaster round
comms
for
came
G2
in that
coming
he
out
was
of
in
timeout.
the smoke?
Boostio is just giving him the business from across the stage.
He's just laughing at him.
Did the oh man, that's savage. Did the comms come in that was in the smoke, even though the trade come in and he just heard it and he just shot it? He's in the smoke. Hey, criminal if we don't get it, man.
So Boostio gets the kill, then it's a
Criminal.
team kill. EU uses all the chaos of it to sneak into elbow somehow.
G2 won 4 out of the 5 first rounds in this game. And
Oh
since
man,
then,
really?
100 Thieves has won 4 in a row of their own. They have controlled this defense on split.
What the?
Chin forces Bang off the line, and G2 are trying to go into mail fast, but good flood utility just dominating that space. The spam, the pain
Boy, the
shells,
molly
G2
though.
falling apart.
This is the most perfect Viper molly I've ever seen.
100 Thieves, the util
Did
combo
touch
is
every single
perfection,
corner.
and Cryo's ready to maybe even fight for more. I mean, you can just see the confidence in these guys.
One enemy remaining.
G2 need to find some way to hit the brakes and sort of recover
Whoa.
themselves, and maybe it's with
Whoa!
What?
He's 1 HP. Oh my god, Bang's actually on 1 HP. There's no way.
A 1-on-4 brought to 1-on-1. Blowing.
Go on, bro.
Trent cannot carry it through.
That's a really nice try.
So damn close.
Okay, that's a little way to reset yourself.
Yeah, you guys gotta relax on that.
It's not
Holy.
around, but it gets a little hype going.
That could have ruined the
Can't
map.
say no to
That could have been the game
after a
done, I
couple of
think.
disasters.
Like that can snowball out of control.
Well, I mean, dude's on 1 HP.
It was so clean though.
Ridiculous.
Enemy remaining.
He still got it.
Clearly.
Was never in doubt.
Oh, Boostio's not.
Yeah,
not
they're
talking
very
anymore.
nervous for
I'm
that.
curious. What changed, Mimi?
I mean, the little score.
Yeah,
we
would have been
almost
such a
lost
good
that.
opportunity to
Big
laugh
rounds
back,
here for G2 though.
for sure.
If they end this half 8-4,
Okay, early A ult.
could be signing
This time we're actually fighting for B main control as well, so that's nice from 100 Thieves. Haven't been doing this often, but they do hear the orb getting taken, so
Trent on his own.
you don't do it. Oh man, is Trent too confident from the...
into this space in B main. 2 players there, and Thrash was just picked up for Boostio.
I like to see that from Trent,
The
not
orb unlocked that
getting
ability
too
for him.
crazy from the round
G2 have
before.
recognized that mid is a gap though.
They can refight into this one. A nasty off angle for EU. Spam to try and bait that no
It
one's
all
in
looks
this
like a
position.
piggy bank.
Can he find a shot? It's such
Like a
perfection
fish, right?
out of EU.
Oh, it's a
Little eye
nasty
here.
trap. The star comes in, the haunt, the Thrash to go on down.
Actually, it does look like a piggy bank. Now I did the face.
Jonah just blasted him. Mid Thrash.
Whoa.
Bang on the other side though gets 2 kills, peeking out of his ult. Back in it with the
Whoa.
shorty, and he has 3.
Look at the confidence he's running at them as well. Dude, they're taking turns of doing big rounds. The Viper at the moment is great. The molly in the round before, the ult here as well, and just a good positioning in terms of just dueling over towards heaven with the crossfire and then getting back into the ult.
How do you get past them?
Absolutely. I mean, the only kill they got
Was an aftershock on a player stuck in an ult.
Like, what on earth? A ridiculous angle for that, but I mean, bang.
Yeah, he was really expecting the luck on this. That was good though.
Inside the pit is just perfection.
Hydrate? Sorry, bro, I missed that.
I'll get the blood pumping.
3 minutes ago as well, sorry.
They're going to commit deeper on this one. Just getting that ult for Asuna.
Another round where they dominate.
Great
main space.
analysis.
They've
Yeah, I got
aiming.
distracted,
They've got
man.
aiming. The only gap
I
is
was
into
looking at the
vents.
ult.
And this could be massive. G2 finally looking to seize space early on.
Big change up as well.
Asuna
Op
remains
holds
ready
all
for
of
it.
this so they can heavy stack towards
Good
A.
job of policing this again. Asuna and EU. There. They might want to refight into main here. Off Boostio's contact, they can pop an ult and punish. But that'll activate the mid lurk. That means the pressure this round is on EU and Asuna on their respective
Whoa.
sides. Ult committed. Asuna in.
Damn.
2 kills found.
Down
Now
towards
here
heaven.
comes
Does he
the
go
mid
back and
players.
help his
Up the
teammate?
vent.
Saw one.
EU ready for it. Here's those players gunning
Oh,
around the
Asuna
corner.
hit that third shot.
Gets his 3.
And
Damn, dude, they closed this out heavy. These were some convincing rounds. It was 2-4 at one point, right? Was that the worst it was at?
100 Thieves just turned
4-1.
up the heat here from round 6 to 12, winning out in
4-1.
their entirety. I mean, Asuna just playing on that corner there, sees the gun, and doesn't even hesitate to snap that showstopper.
Another beautiful round for 100 Thieves. A flawless to end the half here. G2 have a lot of work if they want to try and rally in this second. Keep this series in control. But for now, we got Geek Heavy with a special guest.
Amazing performance by 100 Thieves
Will.
so far. Joining right now, we have former 100 Thieves player. Will, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man.
Yes, the arena is hyped. I want to know, what has your experience been like? Because you used to play with Also and Bang, so how do you think they're doing so far?
I mean, I think they're playing phenomenal right now.
Yeah?
I'm mostly happy for Sean because everyone's been giving him so much shit. So I love that Sean's frying them right now.
Can't get fined anymore.
Okay.
You get
All
them
right,
out.
Well, I mean, what do you think they need to do to kind of push this and just like end this right here on the second map?
Well, I think they're having a lot of fun on this stage, and I love that because I think vibes is really important in this game. And if they just keep doing that, I mean, they're frying everyone. They just keep it up. Yeah.
Yes. Will, everybody, we're not done yet. I like honestly, I want to know what has been like one of the highlights though that you've seen on map 2.
Sorry?
Yeah, well, one of the highlights that you've seen from your former team.
Well, I mean, literally that last round where Sean got 3 in the pit. Cryo's had massive rounds, honestly, on B main. I don't know how he's getting 3 every single time, but he's doing that.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's toss things back. Give it up for 100 Thieves.
Will 100 Thieves close out? That's the question now. They're up 8-4 at the half.
From 100 Thieves Will to Will 100 Thieves. The great turnaround. 100 Thieves looked so good at the end of that half. Mimi's booing me. Okay, understood. G2 though,
I thought it was kind of good.
That was
Didn't mind
just
it.
brutal what happened to them. I mean, they had a couple of nice rounds, right, with the Sheriff coming in hot.
7 rounds.
You want
in a
pistol?
row.
These guys.
But yep, it is not a great look.
They need to
Straight
win
up
this
sight
pistol.
hit. We got
It's a
the
fast
scatter
forte
nade to
from
break
100
the
Thieves.
trip.
They
Where
see
do they
into
go
the
for the
site.
plant?
Asna
And you
has all
see
the
this
space. G2 will play
a
us
little
every
bit of
day.
ping over towards the
Get
head.
that spike
Uh-oh.
over to Asna.
And does he
That
now have
shows
to
off
safe
online.
plant because
Delayed
the smoke goes
slightly,
heaven?
But still enough time to get this down before the smoke fades. And 100 Thieves are going to be looking to play heavy for ramp
You're
control
not,
into heaven late in
You're
the
delaying
round.
this
G2 have
plant.
to
Would
be
you not
ready
try
for it.
and
That refight is everything. But for now, it's the fight on the site. Paranoia for Valen.
keep an eye on these two pushing up towards A ramp?
Util to stall. Finally, the commitment will come out. Here's the fight.
Yeah,
towards
nicely
ramp.
done.
That's
Can
one.
Boostio get one more on site? Okay, this is pretty on. This is open at the moment.
But there's still a lurk here. They were waiting for the re-clear. G2 is ready. A tap on the spike. Both players trying to fight up through the ramp, but that spike not being stuck just yet. And a chance for Eve.
Nicely done from Trent. Yeah, just in charge of holding over towards heaven.
G2. If they've got one thing, it's pistol
Okay,
rounds.
double pistol.
That is very true. Trent's position there coming up really nicely for them. And that's a whole idea, right? They're going so heavy through screens, they know that ramp was going to be a weakness. So leaving Trent to be the ultimate rat, right? Like, think of all his teammates, how many fights happened up in heaven before he went for that swing. But it's exactly what they needed, that late control. 100 Thieves try to heat in here, not expecting the Viper to be stuck down in vent, and that keeps G2 very well in this.
I feel like we've seen a lot of teams take great learnings from how good Sentinels has gotten at this map.
Yeah.
With sending
Dodge,
more
Stinger,
protocols to
Stinger,
punish
Spectre,
that ramp
Spectre.
nuclear that is so prevalent in those A posts.
Yeah, especially when
This is a buy that shouldn't get ecoed, but I do worry a little bit with Judge in this because it can be one of those guns where like you lose it and then normally you've lost it because they've got over towards a site, which then means it's insane in the after plant. The only reason I don't buy the Judge on this
They're
round.
walking into a Judge.
But he could also just get a 5k here.
Finds one.
Okay, let's see.
It's
This
one.
might
Great
be what I was
movement by
talking
Asna
about.
to
We'll
get
see if they
ahead.
actually get over towards the
Stylish
site.
from him to get around the corner. Now he's got the Judge. Bad news is no satchels, so hard to actually make use of that one on the attack.
Poison's off.
Actually, Cryo's hung out over in B main with the spike.
Poison orb emitting.
What are 100 Thieves thinking? Because they've got a couple of options. They could try to play this round out and split into that B site. The other option is, and they're going for it, rotate back into A and try to sell a hit so well that you maybe get a plant in.
Yeah, and they come from
They do not have
G2
that much time to
struggles
work
to
with.
clear question marks, right? I mean, He
The spike
has
actually
no one
looks
to
like
do
it's
it.
going to join
30
towards A. Just
seconds
going to
left.
be very late here for Cryo.
So they go for a
comes the
3-person
commitment.
stack, and it is all
New
down
Sentinel player
the Leaf to try and do a good
He's got
amount of
all the
damage
util
here.
to stall this one out.
And
Rotates.
Breach is coming in, so
Coming
Breach
in
might
for
be
at
able to
least
help
one
with the
player.
util. Double cage gets popped, and they got to
Flying around
slow
in his
walk, break
cages.
these traps, and kill the gun site.
And he picks the right angle. Good fight onto Bang, and the trip has
Even
caught
on the time.
off Asuna. It's only 2 kills picked up, but the rest
Still got
of
a
the team
plant
has
though, it's
arrived
not
just
too
in
bad.
time to likely win this retake.
Guy has a
Still
tether that he could
dangerous here.
potentially...
The
Damn, look at
mollies
these mollies that I'm seeing today.
from G2.
They're just perfect. This might be what I was talking about.
The paranoia, he's too close for
Lovely
it to matter, but
TP
that's a
across.
great teleport out of Valen,
If
the
you don't
secondary
TP across there, I think that
maker.
might be the 1v3.
TP might have saved G2 there.
Yeah.
Got a little close at the end, but still
It
using
was
the
almost
mollies,
a
doing
perfect
everything
example of
by
what
the
I was
books on
talking
that
about.
retake to keep it as clean as possible. Now, one thing G2 are going to struggle with a little bit on this defense is getting forward information.
Pretty good
Because they don't
damage
have a
from
Sky,
100
you don't have
Thieves.
a
They should be
Dog,
very
you don't
happy
have
with
a
this.
Flash, anything like that. They've got a ton of passive
Do
info,
G2
right? The
do
Cypher
the
Zone towards A
NA
is always
buy?
gonna have that on lock.
Of course they
But
do.
we may see more lines like Icy just took, where he stepped all the way up into B main, where they try to take a little bit more space with their bodies and get a forward posting, so that they have a little bit more control, a little bit more understanding where 100 Thieves are trying to play on the map.
Yeah, another big strength is Stomp. You were mentioning this in the pregame. The
Right.
trap plays.
Massive
You can set up with a
rounds.
Camera, have a stun, have a
Massive,
nade.
massive
There's
rounds.
a lot of different options there, which means that 100 Thieves has to
Yeah,
have
they
to be
buy
really
into this
careful
one,
about how
so
they scale.
lot of
Even
pressure
just an
on this
idea
round for
like
both
they've
these
got
teams.
right now, there's a fault line ready to go, thrown
Combo
into
goes
B
in
main.
over
Icy gets up
towards
into that
Spence.
space.
No
100
one
Thieves, though,
here.
are seizing mid-control.
Boom,
Choked
push
around the
out.
smoke, but
He
it's not
gets
gonna get
2?
anything done.
Okay,
Zasna
Asuna.
finds a quick 2.
Oh boy.
Yeah, big
And they
entries out of
bought...
that, man.
100 Thieves just making G2 sweat now. You get 2 kills and you just freeze. Nobody move. You know G2 are going to have
Get
to
a
walk
bit of
into
info,
you.
create a bit of
Icy's gonna have to
pressure.
do something. He can't just sit backside B. Too many angles he could be
Might
approached
have
from.
chosen the wrong site here,
But 100
as we
Thieves
can
is
see on the
heading back towards
minimap.
the A side. This is the strong side. Viper
Yeah.
utility. Tripwires.
Viper wall. Camera.
There's still a chance
Kill
for this round
trip.
to get dangerous.
Double cage.
If they find 2 players here on this A site, though, they've got
And a
enough time to
raise.
potentially wrap back through heaven into mid. We'll see what they end up doing.
Got
here.
a nade, doesn't
HL
break the
trying
trip.
to close Cypher utility.
Do
But
they
still
go
a trip
heaven,
left
realize
on
that this
site.
is too many people here,
As
and
now they go back up into ramps. They're
make
aware
the
of a
perfect
Viper
call.
on this site. Are they going for the read at the same time? G2 getting some rotates of their own back here.
yeah, G2 are scared of it.
Holding off against the
30
CT
seconds.
push.
See the trips
Trent
over
is
towards
alone on
site.
site.
30 seconds still on this one.
And that's where
Asuna's
100 Thieves is
in charge of
heading.
making a lot of space,
Actually
covering little bro.
Full HP. Boostio. His wingman is
Hey, he's a god right now, man. He's a god right now. He gets a 4th. I'm surprised he got a 2nd, let alone a 3rd and a 4th.
100 Thieves.
That was nice. Going back up into heaven puts the pressure on G2, and then the flood out onto site with wingman.
18 to 9.
Beautiful.
100,
How did he get the second
only
kill?
remaining player of that initial roster, Asuna.
Whoa.
He has been with this team since the beginning. He's got a beard now. He's been on the squad so long.
They actually haven't let him shave.
Yeah.
They wanted to show the passage of time.
But he's still good on the raise.
Yeah, now he's got a showstopper too.
Yeah, and they
G2,
decided to force
not
into
much in
that,
the
so they
way
got to
of
eco. So
cash.
you would imagine this is 10
They've
unless
just
something
got
mad
bodies
happens.
up in B
Put a
heaven.
frenzy out.
It's been a bit of a
But a
brawl
raise
for
ult they
the
might
last
use to
couple
try and
rounds.
make this
100
one
Thieves put
clean.
a
And
lot of
honestly, there
players
might be a
in
lot
there
of people here
themselves.
that eat the raise
And
ult.
G2 are trying to get
We'll
ahead of
see.
that this time.
It'll be an aftershock. I imagine just comboed with the paranoia here to fight back in. So that's only if 100 Thieves activate that trap play. Which for now, they're just biding their time for re-aggression.
Yeah, you can't really move out of a trap play like this on a low buy. You gamble it all on 100 Thieves stepping into you, but now
Yeah, they're not
I
they're
think
not
100
happy
Thieves
with
will
this.
suss it out, 'cause you
They
saw
at
very
least know that
forward
they
camera
create
plays.
pressure, right?
That's
It's
unnatural from Leaf. And then
block
also,
of vision
you're not
and a
scouting
fade
anything
eye
in
that
vents.
goes in, so they
Hold
know
on.
100% that
We're
no one
anticipating it's a bit of a B stack, something like this.
no one's seen
Maybe
them
stepping
cross.
back into
So
B-
this
B
is a
main to
question
try
mark, and they
and
got to
clear
clear
that
that. So they're happy with the question mark. They just group in.
Bang has a 1v1 ramp here.
And does
Leaf
he
just a
check
frenzy
Leaf
to
in this
work with.
corner? Oof, Leaf
Good
just
clearance.
decided to swing. Timing couldn't have been
And
much
now they've
worse
gotta
for him
go
there.
back into A.
And the
You
call
don't
to
know if
walk
it's
into
just
B is
one
looking
player.
great.
B-side is
And
open.
Bang might be
Even
able to
the
stay
wall guaranteed
alive.
this plant.
Ooh, the wall actually gives them a lot of space if they want to fast flood
Check
this.
out where Austin is playing. Boost himself up on that box there with the coverage given by the wall. That is going to be a nasty angle to play off of once this wall comes
Oh.
down. Oh no! Jonah P steps through the smoke for one.
But it was only one. 3 left alive. But they've recovered 2 weapons here. A Guardian and a rifle. EU on the off angle.
Really
Finds
double.
a
It looked like they're pre-aiming him as well because I saw the racer. It was a nice higher lower though.
Yeah, Valen got a kill over on the flank that Bang was holding out for, but yeah, that high-low, a little bit too much to deal with. That's not one you run into all too often.
The little things this series for 100 Thieves have been really good. Setting up these high lows when they have time.
Yeah.
Going for these kind of individual reclears in the late round. Doing a great job of comboing their utility. This is a team that has grown so much from the failure that was their last season.
Look, the Copers
A lot of
are gonna
ults,
keep
right?
going.
Or
Thieves had the group of death,
at
but
least
honestly,
close
they
to
had
ults.
So many close
The
games.
cope is real.
The cope is real. I
They
believe
had to
in
play
it.
Sentinels twice in a row.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Close games both times.
Very true. Now doing very well up against a G2 that just dismantled EG last week. Like, there's no 2 ways to put that.
Hassan You only have 1 line.
I've got 1 bit.
Okay, Raze ult,
Swing round
and
here.
you would imagine the Raze ult gets put into this run because
Rocket
they
for
understand
Icy.
how big
He
this
has
is
had
in
a
terms
tough
of the money.
second map.
Can pretty much get this 1 to 12. Same thing with G2 though.
He's
6 and 11
got
thus
their own
far.
Raze ult.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's had a tough few maps so far.
Looks like
on
we're
the
sending
debut.
it with the Raze
Right
ult,
now, just
right?
set up for
Or
a
what?
Big fight in B main. Do they snap it off the rip? There they do. Ult goes in, but does he clear the close box? They're all around.
Oh,
the
and
wall,
they
he
were
can't
so
get
on
it.
top of this.
That's another ult this game, where 100 Thieves just tuck themselves into a close corner and get that easy kill.
He got a kill last time.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, would you
It was
insta react to
on
this? You
balance,
got to kind of insta react. You got no ult, no smoke, sorry. And
4v4 now.
does Asuna just
Big
say I'll
trade to
send
pick
it?
up For Valen.
Oh.
Oh, look, 100 Thieves have been stalled out for now. G2 comfortable to maybe move back over towards that A side of the map, but 100 Thieves really just freezing. They've still got their showstopper. They've still got Thrash. This B side is going to be hard to hold on to. I'm honestly a little surprised G2 are still committing bodies into this area of the map.
Nice from 100 Thieves though. They cut sound. Imagine they pop the wall at one point, so they kind of create a little bit of pressure. I know there's a
With
camera
Cryo
spotting.
dead, there's no smokes to walk up into mid here, so it just has to be a contact from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, we're looking at split.
Fish ult goes in, so all eyes go over towards B as they decide to split up towards heaven, and this was a very nice idea. 2 people on site though. Shot. Shot. Adar was great. Big 2-on-2. They know this guy's here or not? He fade-eyed from heaven.
Leaf joined by his teammate now, both through spawn. EU up top to hold this one. Great first kill. Leaf trades onto one.
Whoa.
He's low on HP. They're
Damn.
one shot.
17
And he gets
HP.
it done. He's
Yeah,
still
went
a
for the
star.
pre-fire.
That is heroic from Leaf. I mean,
Yeah,
2v2,
nice.
how did
Big
G2 get in
1v2.
there? They've got no utility whatsoever, but Leaf takes his time approaching that fight. Stays cool in the moment when it was about to run away from 100 Thieves. Again, a swing round right there if they had lost that one. But the combined efforts of Trent on site getting 2
Yeah,
kills.
nice little
when
step
there's a
forwards on
Thrash
this.
coming his way, a showstopper, tons of utility. And the close from
Gotta
Leaf
be
is
careful.
good.
Money reset if they lose this one. Gotta string 2 in a row. Good news is they got some ults out of them here though, and they got their own ults. So honestly, G2 aren't in the worst spot.
Aggressive look into A main.
It's going to be a brawl. Nade, stun,
Oh.
both sides investing a lot of utility, but it's dead even. Space taken for 100 Thieves. G2 retreating to site, but Asuna up ramp.
Heaven is a gap. It's just Trent underneath those ropes holding on to it for now. 100 Thieves have been very
And they kind of
measured
know
in their
because they
approaches,
dueled
right? They're not
early here
instantly blitzing
that
into the
Cypher's
site
over
after they see
towards
those
B,
two
and
players.
maybe
There could
Site's a
still be
little
heavy
bit
stack with
easier to
players
get
in
onto.
heaven. Now the rotate has come through.
Whoa,
That
what a
is
flash.
true. Trent gets the first kill from on the rope. Icy gets another. And 100
Yeah,
Thieves
this
have
is
been
a
as good
mad
as
duel in
stalled out
heaven.
here on ramp.
Low HP on Trent, and not a lot of util to try and re-hit here for 100 Thieves. They'll be revealed by the Cypher ult, but they're going to take into the
They
site.
at least take sight. It's
Can
a
they hold against this retake? Can Steve
3v4.
make a play? He'll hold towards spawn to smoke. Will block off
This is
the
a
back.
big play by
Can't risk
Cryo.
planting open. They won't have a heaven rewrap this round, or at least not when it's planted for it.
Oh, he gets. Sorry, I wasn't even on top of this. With the plant, he gets his ult, and do they just hyper focus this and not expect Cryo? Cryo coming in from the side. Oh my dear God, bro! So many people that he could kill. There's a lot of low HPs. I thought he was gonna swing and get like 4. Holy, the crouch might have saved him there as well. Nicely done. Yeah, Cryo did great on this. Plant goes in, get the ult, and then Cryo had very good decision making just to get out of sight. Otherwise, they're all on site here, no map control, and this is a different round. Full reset, 1-9 loss bonus. I mean, they get to 12 unless we see something mad happen with like judges or specters or something. Stingers.
Going in. That was critical. G2 also used both their paranoia and their fault line into elbow, but right as the pit was cast, they didn't scale off of that. They walked in dry to every single fight they took. And 100 Thieves, all those little offlines playing around the pit, it was just too much to deal with.
Well, they force it. Honestly, I mean, is the force great? Double stinger? Triple stinger, sorry. Yeah, so it's an all-in for G2. And that does nothing to him. Yeah, so maybe they watch some demos, realize that he plays over towards here. Instant reactive push over towards A. Yeah, and that's breach ult, right? They can at least tap, see that it's breach. And with that, when they play breach and raise here, they know that normally Cypher's over towards B. But even though it's nice that they go and get the info, nice that they go and get the ult, 100 Thieves could maybe play off that. Like a one-person fake and a walk into B.
They're biting on this fake.
Yeah, they should know the cameras here or getting early info because, again, Breach picking this up.
But that's okay. G2 want to play retake with the Rolling Thunder. Jonah P is in position back towards Alley. And Thieves aren't in just yet. The clock is moving, Mimi.
30
seconds.
30 seconds left. If G2 time this flood retake
EU has his ult.
Wingman planting this spike. Jonah committing his ult. Here comes the fight.
Oh, deletes Wingman. Fade ult used. Leaf gets double kill.
Has to come down. Another flash.
Guy can win the round, but there's just too many targets. A nice round from Leaf, really was. Yeah, and they used the fade ult, so this is a big win for 100 Thieves. Sorry, for G2. Get them all mixed up.
His way through that one. 4 kills on the round.
Yeah, they just tried to force into B here.
At the start of the round. Leaf playing off it to perfection.
They needed to win that round, and they do.
I'll tell you something that was pretty good though. Was the one thing that was like really good was the fact that they picked up the breach ult and then they just sent the breach to spawn to be able to go wherever there was action.
escaping.
We're back into it though. 11-8. Critical rounds here for G2 if they want to push us to Icebox.
100 Thieves taking a little bit out of the C9 split pay.
All right, what are we saying for this one? Money in the bin if they lose this. Money pretty decent if they lose this. So yeah, massive round for G2 to get this one really close. Damn, we actually get some frog usage. Smoke goes in, you can see over from the frog.
To run into the crosshair of Icy before ripping that stun.
That's a really committed. Okay. You can pick stuff up so fast now on this agent.
One of the big strengths of this 100 Thieves comp, being able to take early space, get that second cycle, and go for an execute.
Heavy B shut down into a heavier stack over towards A from E2.
Yeah, they could get up into vents, but there's 2 players from G2
so
very heavy
all the sound over towards fence as well. Viper walking close. He doesn't walk down though, right? Oh my god.
Here comes Icy walking down.
Oh, boss man.
His shot. That is a huge opportunity squandered, and now
Oh guys, what the? Really?
They've got 3 players on that side of the map, and Bang disposes of them.
100 Thieves is going back towards B. Trent's been a hero. He needs to do it again. Cryo in main. The timing is brutal. Oh, it's just a dismantlement by 100 Thieves. Every timing missed. Planted. And the only opportunity left, really, is heroics.
Last player standing.
Looking the wrong day. No one has been looking at the player they died from.
Oh man, that's the big round, guys. Okay, 4 chances for a 2-0.
As they rotated out of their positions, like as soon as Jonah P got on the move,
He gets verified to speak on that one, man. Dude, they were doing really good on defense up until this. There was no need for this, I don't think. I get that they lost vents.
When you have that setup, when you have the breach ready to go, walking up there.
The rotate was coming in. And I guess this guy is just worried that he's going to get split.
Heavy over towards A.
That's my son right there.
Boostio's got his map down.
they tried to get rid of it before the solo. That's sick. And then they end up just pausing it straight after. They Teva, and we go 3-person push over towards here, and Bang kind of won the last rounds, and not this time. Instant reaction, how many did he see? I mean, he saw 3, right?
G2 a little bit cautious that mid could
Yeah,
be
where the hell's this trip?
Again, that vent space taken, so they rotate back through heaven over towards
Keep an eye on middle. This is like the player in my books that can probably win this. Yeah, we gotta keep an eye on the timing at middle here from EU. Lovely shot from Leaf.
A paranoid to assist, Wingman falls. 100 Thieves have been stalled out, and the Leaf has gotten the job done.
Okay, big 1v3 gets it down to a 1v2. He has so much time. Good to send a B main. Oh, he's dead.
Jonah towards heaven. He's being watched.
Oh.
The plant being committed.
Whoa.
Damage from EU. 40 seconds for the man to work with both players together.
Oh.
But he's repositioned.
He can't plant the spike. There is a fault line. If he goes this, he's getting stunned. Good position away, and he gets in front for the kill.
1v1 ice.
Holy, okay. Man just closed it out. Technically a 1v3. Did great on it. He just jump on him.
Win that series in GCT.
Yeah, big win for them. You can see what it means.
Anyone on G2?